Brave little Watine is due for her vaccinations, but her mother is worried her 9-month-old might miss out.
The little one, if she doesn't get a jab, she might get ill.
For decades, this health clinic in the Shufat refugee camp in East Jerusalem has been serving the local community. But from today, the agency running it is outlawed.
I have 3 children, and this is the only place I can bring them for vaccinations and treatment.
3 months ago, the Israeli parliament voted to ban the United Nations Palestinian aid agency, UNRWA. Since 1949, it's run services such as health clinics, schools and food distribution in Israel, the West Bank and Gaza, with 5.9 million registered refugees across the area. Staff at its East Jerusalem compound have already been forced to pack up and leave, some tearfully boarding buses bound for Jordan, where they'll attempt to work remotely.
It's perfectly scandalous, that a UN member state, the State of Israel, chooses to undo the mandate of an organisation which is mandated by the UN General Assembly to do a job of work.
Critics of the agency argue it's intertwined with Hamas in places like Gaza, acting as an arm of the militant group and citing the alleged involvement of its staff in the October 7 attacks.
UNRWA has been infested with terror.
9 staff were sacked, but the UN insists Israel has never presented sufficient evidence to back up the claims the whole organisation is rotten. Undeterred, the Israeli government is pressing ahead, insisting other agencies can fill the void.
If you really care about the Palestinians, if you actually want to help the civilians in the conflict zones that are Palestinians, then you should bring your aid through other channels.
The 90-day delay between the Israeli Knesset approving this legislation and the ban coming into force was designed partly to allow it to plan for the future, to figure out who will come in and run these services. But in this community in East Jerusalem, walled off from the rest of the city, there is no certainty about that, even as the ban comes into force.
This system was not broken. It's now potentially going to get broken.
I don't know where to take my daughter for her vaccines. I came to ask.
The answer, not forthcoming. Matthew Doran, ABC News, Jerusalem.